Man, welcome to another episode of Real Shit Let's Talk podcast. Man, listen, today, the myth, the legend. Hey, Mr. Peter Parkkerr, man, what's going on with you, bro?
What's up, bro? How you?
I am doing good, doing good. Listen, man, ever since I saw you, bro, with the backpacks.
Yeah.
Like you said, you had motion.
For sure.
And you had this, like, in this confidence that's like, y'all might be the biggest nigga in the room, but you ain't moving me. You control, like, everybody listen to your voice. Like, you keep it real.
For sure.
What got you to be this actual, like, straightforward, upright man?
To be honest, bro, I mean, I can't really take all the credit for it. You know what I'm saying? When I was growing up, you know, my best friend, shout out to my guy, Chizzy, bro, like, you know, he stood on so much principle as a kid that it made me want to stand on principle. And I give you an example. He had this one rule where, you know, he tell his woman, at the time his girl, everything he doing. So like if he want another chick, he gonna tell his girl, right? Yo, I want another chick. That's what it is, right? And when I seen what keeping it real, I already believe in authenticity, but when I seen what keeping it real did and does, it eliminates so much stress. And I'm gonna be honest, bro. If you lie to people, you a bitch ass nigga. You know what I'm saying? If I feel like you a liar, you're scared, right? People that lie are scared of something. So if I'm not scared of anything, I ain't got to lie to nobody to keep it authentic, right? I'm not scared what nobody's opinion is. I'm not scared what you say to me based on what I say to you. As long as I come out of love and I know what I'm talking about, I'm going to keep it 100. So, you know, it stemmed from a childhood of respecting what he was doing. And then, you know, I kind of adopted the mentality of, yo, I'm going to be authentic, real, and I'm going to keep it 100 with everybody, whether you like me or not. And that's just the route I choose to go with.
Okay, well spoken. And so, what made you come up with the design of your book bag? Because I know there's other kinds like it, or it could be similar to it.
Okay, all right. So what he's talking about is, you know, this LED backpack right here, right? It's the world's first luxury HD LED backpack. So I've been marketing for 10 years, right? I've been doing marketing. I've been, you know, behind a lot of brands, behind a lot of hip hop records. Like I've done marketing and branding for forever. I believe you should be a walking billboard, right? I believe that the way you dress, the way you appear to people is a sign, is a symbol to people, right? In your subconscious mind, when somebody walks in a room, you automatically judge them based on the way they look. When somebody pulls up in their car, your subconscious mind automatically judges them, whether you like it or not, on the level of success you have based on what you're driving. That's just subconsciously. So I said, yo, you know what? I would love to create a backpack because I collect backpacks. I got mostly every brand you can think of: Gucci, MCM, Louis Vuitton, a lot of backpacks. But by me wearing those backpacks, you may assume I have a couple of dollars, but that's all you know. I want to create a backpack that not only do you have a luxury feel to it, but you can identify what you do and who you are. Because nowadays, bro, we don't talk to each other anymore. If I walk by you in the street, we won't say what's up. We might nod our head maybe, but we don't say good morning. We don't say, hey, bro, damn, well, what you do? We're not saying that no more. So by having a backpack on, you know, it clearly identifies, oh, shit, you got a podcast, bro? Damn, I've been looking for podcasts to go on. And it kind of gives you an icebreaker, you know, and it leads to conversation and human interaction. And as far as what separates me from the rest of the backpacks out there, there's only about 2 to 3 companies that actually have an LED backpack anyway. And they all are some cheap China shit. You know what I'm saying? So like I say, Walmart got sneakers, Louis Vuitton got sneakers. You won't catch me in a pair of Walmart sneakers though. You get what I'm saying? That's just not my swag. I'm saying it'll get you to work, but I don't know how long it'll last. And I can't guarantee the quality of them. So I say we're kind of like the designer Louis Vuitton version of LED backpacks. The screen is better. It's an HD screen, right? Because most backpacks don't have HD. It's like some little kitty, you can put little kitty graphics on it, but you can actually put real videos on this, right? So the screen's updated. And just the quality of the bag, bro. We really took our time to make a quality luxury backpack.
So you stand by your brand 100%, hands down.
Bro, it's clients that still can reach me to this day. Like everybody that has bought a backpack is a part of my community, right? So you don't just buy, when you get a backpack, you don't just get a billboard bag. You get a part of to the digital billionaires community where you learn how to 10x your company with, you know, digital marketing, learn how to leverage social media. You're buying into a brand, a family, a movement.
Okay. And so you said you was from Philly.
Yeah.
So what, being in Philly and being here in the Florida area.
Yeah.
Let me ask you, what would you ever go back to Philly? because it's different. And like
Listen, bro. Would I ever go back to Philly, bro? When I go to Philly, I'm like Batman. Like, you don't know I'm coming and you don't know I left. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Okay.
It's just not one of the things you want to make an announcement for. You know what I mean? Like, don't get me wrong, I love my city. My city gave me grind. My city gave me, my city really gave me everything. You know what I'm saying? But now in the city, it's just people that's from Philly don't want to be in Philly. You know what I'm saying? It's just not a great place to be to do business. I'm not saying that there's not business people that do business there or there's not great business being done there. I'm just saying there's a reason why everybody from Philly that's becoming successful leaves at some point.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? There's a reason for that.
Right.
So I just feel like the opportunities peak at a certain point faster than a place like Miami, right? I get 10 times more than I would make in Philadelphia.
Fact.
You know what I'm saying? So I go visit, Mom Dukes, visit some family members and stuff like that. But I'm trying to migrate everybody down here.
Gotcha. Because I think, is it Nehemiah Davis, ain't he from Philly too?
Yes.
And so
But is he currently in Philly?
No.
Exactly.
You're right.
And we can go on forever. Kevin Hart, Will Smith. I mean, we can go on forever and ever from people from all different walks of life that come from Philly. Where they at right now? I guarantee you they not in Philly.
Facts. Because they figured they crack, as they say, crack the code, right? And realizing that I can make more away from my city than in my city.
Right. But to give my city credit, though, when you from Philly and you go out of state, they love you. Philly gets ultimate love in every city that I went to. Oh, you from Philly? Oh, that's what's up, bro. Like it's because I feel like Philly stands on a lot of authenticity. We real. Like we keep it a buck. Like we keep it 100. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like Philly gets some type of credibility when you lead a city.
Okay. So then let me ask you this. If you, right now, being where you are, if you could live in a third world country, what country would that be? And still run your business now, but
I'm in between because I'm actually looking at property out the country right now. I'm in between about Bali and in Costa Rica. I haven't been to Bali yet. My wife has been to Bali and she absolutely loves it. My homies with fashion designers went to Bali and he just like, Pete, this is the vibe, bro. Like, the property there. I mean, it's so beautiful down there. The luxuriness. I mean, not the luxuriness, but the peacefulness and the vibe you get. Like, I'm talking about, you can have a villa off the water. You know what I'm saying? Yo, you could live like a king down there off nothing.
Right. $35,000.
Oh my God, $35,000. You the king of the city. You know what I'm saying? Like, so but in Costa Rica, I just love the energy of the people. Costa Rica, they live by this saying called pura vida, means pure life. And I just love the energy of the people. When I was in the mountains, the whole place felt like family. Everything was just amazing time. It was fun. Man, Costa Rica was like, I would definitely get a spot in Costa Rica for sure.
Definitely. So you speak more than one language?
No, my wife doesn't. She speaks a bunch of languages, and that's why she on my hip, and she does the speaking, and I just do the, you know what I mean?
Slide the card.
That's it, bro.
That's it. Man, listen. Wow. Shit, you about to do it. You about to do a big one. Do you ever find yourself being overwhelmed or tired?
Yeah, I mean,
of doing what you do?
No, I don't find myself being tired of doing what I do, but sometimes, or as a creator, sometimes we could do a lot of different things and we get a lot of different ideas and we could tire ourselves out. Like, I think for 40 different people every day. I'm the person that is the brain of 40 different operations, right? Not only is all my businesses and all my companies I'm the brain for, but every one of my clients, I think for them. They pay me to think for them, right? So if you were one of my clients and I was helping you with this podcast, you would be I would know your vision and I know how to bring your vision to life. So then I'm putting the pieces in play for you to 10 and 20x your podcast and your company. You feel what I'm saying? So I do a lot of thinking for a lot of different people. And sometimes if I'm not treating myself the right way, it could be overwhelming. If I'm not going to the gym, if I'm not waking up early, right? If I'm not putting the right things in my body in the morning time, if I'm not taking care of myself, I feel overwhelmed, right? And that's when I have to check myself. Hey, Pete, did you get up this morning? Did you go on your walk? Did you go to the gym this morning? You know what I'm saying? Like, I have to keep my routine going in order to handle all of these things. Because if I don't, it throws me off.
Got you. Where you was in the beginning, like your younger self, did you see your older self being at the level where you're at right now?
Oh, 100%. And 10,000 times beyond. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, I'm just starting. You know what I'm saying? And The reason why I say that is because when you're from the trenches, bro, you have to climb out the mud just to start. You get what I'm saying? Like when you're in the trenches, you got to work so hard just to climb out the mud, just to have a fresh start. There is no fresh start in the trenches. Right. You got to get out of that first. Facts. You know what I'm saying? And then you start. And then you start to learn. Nobody taught me about, financial wealth or building, building businesses. You learn that later after you make some money. You get what I'm saying? So, I read this book called Think and Grow Rich, and I saw this documentary called The Secret, and that started my journey. Like I'm talking about, bro, I was a young guy in the hood that just had a camera, bro. I sold my first car to get my camera. So I decided, hey, either I'm going to drive around or take the bus with a new camera. So I sold my first car in college to get my first camera. I was on a football scholarship, and I sold my car, got my camera, and I just believed in myself. But then I saw the documentary The Secret, bro, and I was like, yo, you mean to tell me I could will things into my life? Like I could say it and work on it and it'll happen? Because where I come from, bro, good things, like in my head, good things aren't really supposed to happen. They're luck. I'm not supposed to walk into a bank and get a loan. That's not for me. That's for those people. Right. I'm not supposed to, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I feel like a lot of our mindsets where we come from, show us that it's lucky if you get out. Right. But then when I saw the documentary The Secret, I'm like, damn, I can control this with me speaking it and me putting the work in. And then I read the book Think and Grow Rich, and I learned the law of numbers, and I'm like, yo, so if the first chapter talks about Steven Spielberg and how, he was nobody, and he used to put a suit on to walk past the guard in the movie studio to act like somebody, and they thought he was somebody, and then he became somebody off of the look. So that's when I started investing into my look and being like, yo, I'm going to help people see me the way I see me. And then things started to change because I didn't start making money until I started looking like money, if I'm being honest.
Okay. What do you think your wife saw in you to know that you was that guy?
A monster. Like, so number one, I hired a health coach to come live with me to help me lose 100 pounds, and I lost 100 pounds, right?
Congrats.
The mindset it takes to lose 100 pounds is one thing. And then after I lost my 100 pounds, she ended up, so how we met is I was filming something for Ball Greasy and Snoop Dogg, right? We backstage, and she walks past Snoop Dogg, walks past Ball Greasy, and says, weren't you my old bodyguard? And I'm like, what? I don't even know this person, you know what I'm saying? Am I your old bodyguard? I thought it was like a joke. She was dead serious, right? And then we got past, and she was like, yo, wait a minute, you're the film guy. I shared one of your videos on Instagram, you were looking for a video editor. I said, damn, that's crazy. It was random as shit. Moved past that point. She kept following me on the gram, and I had started posting my weight loss videos. So she like, yo, I want to lose a couple pounds too. You know what I'm saying? So she hired my health coach. So then we ended up meeting, and I ended up starting to, she did a lot of entrepreneur things. Like, she traveled the world. I wanted to travel a lot. So she traveled. So I'm like, yo, we need to get together, and we can do some travel shit. And I could film it, like a reality show type shit. Then we started to get together more. I started chefing it up in the kitchen because she was changing her diet, and I'm like a chef, bro. I cook it up. So I'm chefing it up every day.
That's what I'm talking about.
And then she came to my video set, and like you said, you know how I command attention in the room. When I'm on video set, I run my shit, and I run it thoroughly, and I demand a certain level of expertise. I demand a certain level of excellence because I believe in my vision. I believe in my product. And my vision is to bring the person's vision to life because I'm a director. That's our job. So I think how I commanded the room and how everybody responds to a real true leader, I think she really just looked at that. And she even told me, she said, I looked at that and it just turned me on. Like I never, I'm not used to like that type of masculine energy like that. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of niggas out here really, they on the, the other side of things. You know what I'm saying? Which is, listen, whatever floats your boat, but it's a different when you step into the room with a real, one of them.
One of them. So, just like before, what I've learned, you the top 1%?
Gotta be.
That's it right there. I like that already. So, being in this podcast journey, like you said, you got a podcast too as well, right? Yep. What's your podcast called?
Digital Billionaires Club.
Okay. And when you first got started, you already knew the game. You pretty much knew what to do, how to get there. Right?
As far as podcasting? Mm-hmm. No, I didn't know how to get there as far as podcasting. I know about marketing. I know about branding. So you could apply it to anything. Okay. You feel what I'm saying? So I I was a baby when it came to what podcasting really meant. Because I'm just thinking, we about to set up the cameras, we about to just shoot some shit. I got a full-fledged production company, so it's easy to shoot shit. But I didn't know podcasting was a real business. So when I went to David Shan's podcast summit, I said, oh shit, this is another world. This is an actual business. And then I started to learn what podcasting really meant and how to implement it for my business. And that's when I learned the game. But when I first started, I just knew marketing and branding. And not for nothing, but I got a good network. So I can bring people on my podcast that the world knows and kind of edify who I am already. You know what I'm saying? So I got a cheat code when it comes to that. But as far as the knowledge of podcasting, I learned through just doing it.
So through your failed mistakes, getting out the mud and everything, what's the number one thing that you would you tell the next person that's coming up?
All right, invest into mentorship. The one thing I think I missed the opportunity on early on is investing in mentorship. When I talk to my mentors now, I didn't realize that you can pay for mentorship. I didn't even know that was a thing where I'm from, bro. I never knew you know how we got like the Nehemiah Davidsons of the world, right? And the Grant Cardones and the Ty Lopez's of the world, like all these people that have done. Matter of fact, Ty Lopez was actually my first mentorship I invested into. I paid $1,200 when we didn't have shit, right? So me and my homie, we invested into this Ty Lopez program, and we built a marketing company. And that was the first time I actually seen $70,000 in 3 months. You know what I'm saying? Like the first time ever. So investing in mentorship is something I wish I did early on. So one of the things I would suggest is invest in communities and invest in mentorship, because it will speed track. If you take it seriously, it will speed track your way through the bullshit that you got to go through.
I can see that. I mean, I agree with that. I think the mentorship too is one of the things that we don't. There's some bullshit as mentors,
for sure,
and then there's some high ticket bullshit mentors,
100%.
And then there's those mentors who give a fuck about you. Like, not necessarily, it's a group of 100, but they say, yo, my top 10 people, hey, Mr. Peter is one of my top 10. Hey, I'm going to level you up. And then you level up and you level up and level up.
But also remember this, though.
Okay.
TD Jake said, if it's not the thing, it can lead to the thing. So sometimes you could be in a bullshit mentorship and meet the person that you were supposed to meet inside of it. And I'm not putting nobody's names and nobody's shit out there, but people have met me through quote-unquote bullshit mentors. You get what I'm saying? Okay. So people be complaining about mentorship programs, but they have met me and other people through them programs. You know what I'm saying? So, and I'm not, now here's the thing. If you want some bullshit when it comes to being a mentor, if you just give people wrong information, I don't salute you at all. But I'm just saying that sometimes don't look at it as a negative, like, damn, I entered this fucking room and I just paid this money and it's some bullshit. See what you can get out of it, you know what I'm saying? And because if you already paid for it, because it might be somebody in that room that you were supposed to meet, you know what I'm saying? And that was the reason why you did it, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because I didn't met, and I went to some events that I thought, this event is bullshit. Why am I even in this joint? But I met some really dope people and dope clients in those events, you know what I'm saying? So sometimes there is some good in certain rooms.
I think that's true. That's very true, man. Like, I would say for me, one of the things that I've done, I did Brenda's mentorship, and I joined David Shan's community.
Okay.
And I went to the podcast summit, and I learned a lot. But see, I thought I had the mindset that I had at that moment was I was already defeated before I even walked in, because I already see this equipment and looking at all this stuff. My mindset was like, and hearing the prices and knowing that you're starting, you have to gradually get there. Yeah. It was like, where's that money coming from? Credit straight at that time, you know what I'm saying? But didn't understand, and then I almost was this quarter shy of not doing a podcast. Had the name for years. Yeah. Just never really was able to make it blossom and grow. So then when I went, he had an event in Atlanta, and I happened to be in Atlanta. Like, I won one of his things before Podcast Summit, and we got a little episode. And I didn't understand what it was to be on YouTube, what it is to be on a camera. And like I said, I was just like, wow, I'm here, I'm there. Wow, okay, I could do this again. But then it's something in you that it's a shift in the mindset, right?
Right.
Your mindset has to be concrete and say, you know what? fuck what you think about, and not no disrespect to no mamas and nobody else like that, but fuck what your mama think, fuck what your daddy think, fuck what your homies think, because nobody's going to be there at the end, at the finish line, but you.
Yeah.
And your race is not the same race as these other people, and that's where like my mind had to really shift, because it was like, yo, I was like, how can I compete with this? And I don't know. I didn't know it at the time because I felt defeated.
Right.
But once I would tell you, February 2nd of this year, it was actually February 1st, I downloaded Buzzsprout.
Okay.
February 2nd, I recorded my trailer.
Okay.
My trailer went it went 30, and then it went up to 100, and then it went to 330. And as it was, I was like, all I did was a trailer. I said, "Hey, welcome to Real Shit Let's Talk podcast, where we have real unfiltered conversations, blah blah blah." And I was like, people like this shit. And I just did it off the basis of what I had.
Right.
I had a tripod and my phone, and I was recording myself. I did like 20 takes, but I got it, and then I was like, okay, bam, let me do this again. So then I was dropping every 2 weeks. Then after a while, because I didn't find nobody wants to be on a quote unquote. Nobody wants to be on a up and coming podcast.
All right, can I hold on real quick?
Go ahead.
One of the things that I feel like people have to learn, right, is that the confidence that you had after some success in your podcast, if you'd have had that same level of confidence before your podcast, you would have actually still gotten the same result. Like if you walk into a room, right? If I walk into a room, if I've never had a client in my life, I do videos, right? I'm a video director. If I walk into a room and I say, yo, I would love to shoot a music video for you. This is what I charge, right? And they say, well, let me see your work. Listen, I'm the best person to do this, right? I know how to bring your vision to life. When you come with a certain level of confidence, 9 times out of 10, that gets you through a lot of doors, right? Because some people need success for confidence. But what if you already know you got it in you? The world just don't know it yet.
Facts.
You got to get one person just to believe it.
Facts.
Because I don't know you. I don't know you never did a podcast before. I don't even if you're not getting a lot of views or you haven't put an episode out, I do not know what traction and motion that you currently as a person have.
Right.
But by your level of confidence, my subconscious mind will be like, wait a minute, he must be on to something, because ain't no way you that confident for no reason.
Facts.
You get what I'm saying? So a lot of times that shit get you through the door and get you the same result as if you didn't have the success that you had with those numbers to then now introduce your podcast, if that makes sense.
Right. And that was the thing. It was like, honestly, I was reading a book, The One Thing and the Compound Effect. And at the one thing, it was like, yo, if I'm gonna choose one thing and I'm gonna do it well, because I had a conversation with my cousin, like he's in finances and he's, been in there for a minute, and he was like, if you had to choose one thing, only what would it be and why would it be? And then it's like, think about it. We ain't got to talk about it. We didn't talk for months. Read the book, did everything. Like I said, I dropped and everything. I had the podcast, had it going, but I just didn't have the traction going behind it, because everybody was, you hear this, you hear that, you hear that. But once I did it, I was like, okay, boom. So 70 views for me was good.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, I got 70 views, 30 views, 15. Like it was growing. So then once I leveled up some more, and I went to another podcast summit, did some more. And when I met Brendan, again, I met him, joined his mentorship. He said some things to level up. I got a VA because I didn't know nothing about VAs or nothing like that. Did that. And like I said, since then I met Rich, and I came to his grand opening and different things of that nature, and being a part of Brendan's community and different things it started clicking, right? It clicked more because now my shorts were my analytics on my shorts were hitting thousands. And it was like, okay, I'm having small micro viral moments that's hitting the 1,000, 700, 800. I'm like, okay, now I just need to figure out how to get the loan form up to the number so that I can be monetized. And that's what Brendan came in at. And that's where watching the growth and listening to some of the tools that Rich has bestowed upon me along the way, it was like, yo, I don't have to talk to him every day. Yeah. But I learned something from watching what he does or watching the people that people communicate. Yeah. And that's when you get in a room with like-minded people, you don't have to be the smartest person in the room, but you damn sure can't be the dumbest person either. That's for sure. You know what I'm saying? You got to know something. And so I would say this is I learned, I took a month off because I had to get my YouTube together, and I'm still working on it. But you know, I'll tell you this: every day, every week, or I say every other day, I got 5 people to follow me, and that's on any platform, any day.
Let me ask you a question.
Go ahead.
Have you ever ran ads before?
Have
you ever ran ads before?
No.
Okay, so I want you to do. I want you to go to ChatGPT, and I want you to type in, "Hey ChatGPT, I don't know shit about running ads. I need you to walk me through running my first ad like I'm a 3rd grader," right?
Right.
Okay. Then what I want you to do is I want you to take about $100 and I want you to apply that to your YouTube video long form. What's going to happen is you're going to get anywhere between $100 might get you anywhere between 500 and 5,000 views, right? This is how it works, depending on the click rate. Okay. What's going to happen is now you know how much money it's going to take to get a certain view count, right? Let's just say you have enough money to get you to 10,000 views. Let's say it costs $180 to get you to 10,000 views, right? Let's just say. Okay. Now you know, okay, if I got 10,000 views, right? That's more views than a lot of regular motherfuckers get. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to charge people, and I'm going to put in the budget this $180 so I can guarantee this viewership every time. You get what I'm saying? So now you're guaranteeing people, not only are you going to get a great conversation in the podcast, not only am I going to give you these small clips that you can leverage for social media, but I'm going to guarantee you at least 10,000 views. Why? Because I know I'm going to pay for it. I'm going to run ads on it. And as a bonus, I'm going to collaborate with a shout out page or a blog page on one of your content pieces. And that's going to run you. You get what I'm saying? That's how you build a business. You get what I'm saying? So I got this shout out page. It's called Meek Mill News, right? They have, you know, almost 1 million. They might have over 1 million followers right now. I just collaborated with them on a post. I got 20,000 views. No, I'm on like, 25,000 views on the post now. You know what I'm saying? Just because we collaborated.
Facts.
Now, granted, I already have my own following, but I wanted to reach a further following. So I just paid the money and we collaborated. Facts. You get what I'm saying? So the same thing with a podcast. You take your best clip from the podcast, you collaborate, you run ads, now you got a business. Now you're guaranteeing a person viewership.
Facts. And like I said, to add to that real quick, I have a lady who is now 68K views from a podcast episode that we did.
That's what I'm talking about.
You know what I'm saying? And she ran did like a little testimonial commercial on my
Fire.
Instagram and shit, and it went crazy. Like, we didn't know, like, you never know what you can do until you put shift your mindset, right? And so it was my first time asking the VIP packages, right, for content and different things of that nature. And it was like, I don't know, but I like you, so I'm gonna purchase. So she purchased it, and she's already monetized on YouTube. So then what she did was she just took me off the picture, put her picture on her thing. She has 3,000 new subscribers, 200 to 400 new business ventures, because she does a workshop at the end of the month. Dope. Became an affiliate, and I ended up like 250 right after that affiliate, and she's still doing numbers. And so like this about to happen in 2 weeks. The last week of the month, coming into Christmas, leaving to the new year, that's her work week. So bam, guess what they're doing? Every time she spins ads or does things, posts, guess what comes up? The post that she did, the testimonial, I get a new follower, I get 5 new, I get 10 new, and the traction keeps going with her. So now, like, one thing I was learning, someone was talking to Bishop, rinse and repeat. Yeah. That's what I gotta learn, the rinse and repeat method, and get it down to a science, like you said, with the play that you just said. Definitely, I'm gonna take that and learn that, because I'm always forever be a student in the game and learning, and that's one thing that I had to learn the hard way. Yeah. And then I had to learn now, just meeting different people, and it's like, wow. Listen, one day, like I said, when I had Rich, we did one, and I was like, man, I could never imagine myself sitting in the studio. Couldn't imagine, because I just had my phone in a tripod. He said, you'll get there. You know what's dope though about, one of the reasons why I even came, because I'm going to be honest, I don't really like going on everybody's podcast, to be totally honest with you, just because like I got to have a vibe with you. You know what I mean? Because I got my own podcast, and I don't need anybody's podcast. Facts. You get what I'm saying? So your persistence was like, this nigga keep hitting me up, yo. You know what? I'm going to do this shit, because
I appreciate the grind in people. I know what it's like to be on the grind and be, wanting certain people to rock with me. And I'm like, I'll fuck with that. That's what I used to be on every day, just making sure, you coming through? Yo, we doing this video? And I just like that part of it. You get what I'm saying? And that's the reason why you're going to win, because you're persistent. You know what I'm saying? You don't take no. You keep going. You keep going. Because if you know Fetty Wap the rapper, right? So if you know the Fetty Wap story, he was sending people his the new song, the song that went viral, the big song he got. He was sending people the song. He said, I think DJ Envy maybe I forgot, it was 500 DMs, some crazy shit. And DJ Envy got so mad that he just opened it up. And I figured he just played the song, and he ended up rocking with it, right? So now imagine if he sent it once or twice. You get what I'm saying? Like, it wouldn't have been that. So the fact that you keep on, being persistent and being in the right room to be in the right people's face, and then be like, yo, I need you to be on the podcast, nigga. You know how many people don't walk up to me, bro? I walk into a room, bro, you'd be surprised. People don't even walk up to me, like, you know what I'm saying, for whatever reason.
I mean, you got that. So I'd say this. One thing that I had to learn the hard way was, scared money don't make no money. That's first, right? But also, you your own man. I can't come to you, hey, let me shake your hand. Like that. Right. I can't talk to you. So, hey, what's up? What's good? What's popping? One thing that I learned that Rich told me was now that you're in the room, now make your way around the room. It's one thing about being in the room, but you can't be a fly. You can be a fly on the wall at the same time. But if you want people to know who you are, as long as you introduce, if there's 30 people, all 30 people should know you. And if they can't remember one thing about you, you made no impact. So that way you serve no purpose, you waste your time, and that's it. But once he, like I said, the mixer he threw. Yeah. I was like, I saw that. I saw the ad. I saw the ads. I saw that. Yep. We followed each other. So boom, I'm seeing. I was like, wait, hold on. I need to be there. Yeah. I checked my schedule, made a phone call. All right, as long as you get this X, Y, and Z, you there. I'm there. Thanks. Gone. And it was just like I said, before I even got there, I knew I was already ready to say, whoever I meet, I'm telling everybody who I am, and whether they rock with me or not, it's cool. Because guess what? At the end of the day, he was like, now you can cook. Go out there and cook. And I was like, that's that. Hey, bro, I see what you're doing. Go cook. Go do what you do. Whether you win or lose, you put it out there. And I was like, man, I was surprised. Like, it really, everything that from the mentorship to now the people that I'm meeting in the rooms, I just want to be in more rooms now. I just want to know the aspect of the marketing and get to the bags, because now, one day, like he said, he told me, I'll do this. Yeah. I'll have a studio. Yeah. And guess what? I have engineer, I have this, I have that, and guess what? I have to be the leader of it and run it and delegate it, because guess what? This shit doesn't run by itself.
So let me ask you a question. So you got remember I talked about mindset and game plan on the call, right?
Yes,
you got the mindset already. So do you have the game plan for your studio already?
No, sir.
Okay, so now what you need to work on is an actual, bro, every year I do a vision board, right? And I'm talking about, I be in that joint cutting graphics out, bro, because I'm very serious about my vision has to come true. And I have not done one vision board yet that has not been 90% completed every motherfucking year. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Literally, I look at my vision board every single day. I'm going to have that. I'm going to have this. I'm going to achieve that. And there's no, bro, as long as God allows me to wake up in the morning, that's going to be completed no matter what. You get what I'm saying?
Facts.
And you have to see it. It's one thing to talk about it, right? You can speak things, but it's another thing to look at it and give motion to it. Every day you should be dedicating an hour or more to what's on that vision board, right? How's your studio look, right? You have to envision that shit like you have to see it, bro. How does your studio look? What are you going to have in it? You know what I'm saying? Like, how many cameras you going to have? Like, you need to have that shit down to a motherfucking science. Because that is going to, every day you wake up with a deeper purpose. Now, instead of talking to 10 people, you need to talk to 20. Right? It's just you go harder because you see it. It's a little bit more. The vision is less blurry now for you and your goals. You get what I'm saying?
100%. I like to say once thing that Neil Mike Davis said: once you see it, you can't unsee it.
Facts. I love that.
So I definitely like that, and I definitely can see that transpire. And then I gotta definitely do that, man. I gotta do that. That's gonna be this fourth quarter stuff, where I'm gonna do a vision board, and I gotta go to get these little magazines and sit there and cut these shit out,
bro.
and
have
do
fun
it.
with this shit, bro. This is your life. You're building your dream, bro.
That part.
You need to see that motherfucker.
And that's it, man. And like I say, once I do that, I can definitely see me changing, and then like I say, definitely want to invite everybody to the grand opening when that does happen. But I gotta say, one thing that I like about everybody that I've met is that they all started from nothing and they figured the shit out. Mm-hmm. And you, like I said, the support that you have, just kept building. You're plowing and chowing. And then one thing I would say, man, is like I thank you for actually being on the podcast. I actually thank you for saying yes to the podcast. And man, where can people follow you?
So you can follow me on Instagram at Peter Parkkerr, and my last name is spelled Parkkerr. You can follow Billboard Bag, which is my luxury backpack company, at Billboard Bag, and just tap in.
Hey man, listen, this is another episode of Real Shit Let's Talk podcast, man. I'm here with Peter Parkkerr, man, the one, the myth, the legend. Hey, click like, subscribe. We out.